Hello. I want to talk about this map and why I don't trust it. Now, I realize immediately that there isn't even a title on this map, so you know nothing about it. But you don't actually need to know what this map is of to know not to trust it. And maybe you have figured it out already. And I'd love it if you figured it out. But what this map is, first I will tell you, it is a map of drinking, like the amount of excessive drinking that goes on in counties across the U.S. U.S. counties with the highest and lowest rates of excessive drinking is what it says on the Reddit. And so why don't I trust this map? It's Wisconsin, everybody. Now, I'm not saying that people in Wisconsin don't drink a lot. I know a bunch of people from Wisconsin. And I'm also not saying that people from Missoula County don't drink a lot, which is also purple on this map. And that's where I live. And yes, we have a problem. We definitely do. We have a problem. I would say that it might be accurate that a fourth of people in Missoula excessively drink. It's one of our main ways of socializing. If you're wondering, this is Missoula here. It's the purple one in the middle. That's my boys. And yeah, we've got problems. But there's, just Montana compared to Idaho makes me suspicious. But there is nothing that makes me more suspicious than Wisconsin. And the thing that means that a graph is wrong and you should not trust it is when you've got a graph of the US and there are harsh differences at state boundaries. There's no reason why every county in Wisconsin would be a very high rate of excessive drinking and every county in Illinois would be a moderate level. Now, there's a little bit of a reason why every county in Utah would be a low level, and also why some counties in Idaho would be, because there's a larger Mormon population there, and Mormons completely abstain from alcohol, and that would drive down the rates of excessive drinking. But Wisconsin in particular makes me think I can trust nothing about this graph. So what is happening is very obvious. The states are collecting and analyzing data, and then each state's data that has been collected and analyzed in a different way is being put into a national map. And so you have a situation where every single county, except for one, that's interesting, has a high rate of excessive drinking, and then right across the border in every direction is a significant drop. There are many different ways to collect data. There are many different ways to analyze data. What I can tell you is that Wisconsin is collecting and analyzing its data differently than Illinois. I can't tell you how. I can't tell you what the differences are. I can tell you that I'm suspicious of Illinois being all the same color. I'm suspicious of any place that is all the same color, especially because Illinois, a diverse place culturally. It's got Chicago. It's also got Illinois. It's also got a bunch of college towns, and I bet you the rates of excessive drinking are higher in the college towns. That's basically the whole video. Now, someone could dive down the rabbit hole and try and figure out where this data comes from, how Wisconsin analyzes data differently from Illinois, if Wisconsin analyzes data differently from the rest of the US, and that is why it has so many red and purple counties. That would be very interesting. Also, New Mexico looks weird to me. Oklahoma looks weird to me. The fact that there's an Oklahoma-shaped area of green in the middle of this map is a signal that this is state data being collected by states differently. We are the United States of America, and we forget this all the time, but each state has its own rules and its own systems and its own policies, and certainly its own ways of collecting data on the amount of drinking that gets done. And I'm surprised, honestly, that all the counties even have data. I would not be surprised if maybe some of these yellow should in fact be gray, because we just don't have good data on the counties. Anyway, that's the thing I wanted to tell you about this map, and I saw this because it indeed was in the Missoula subreddit. But now we're going to move on and we're going to do connections. But first, there's something very cool I want to tell you about. You probably know about this guy, Alec from Technology Connections. He's so great. I love his videos so much, and I know a lot of people do. It's such a weird niche that he found doing the coolest things, and he has had 2 videos come out recently that are both bangers. One's on catalytic converters, one's on this like weird projector thing. So Alec, one part of the story. Second part of the story, I help run a store called Good Store. You can find it at good.store. It's a store where you can buy stuff and all the profit gets donated to charity. Alec has never done or wanted to do any kind of merchandise for Technology Connections, even though his audience wants it and loves the stuff he does. But he is supported by a lovely community of Patreon patrons. But he has always wanted to do something. He just hasn't wanted the money from it. And Good Store is sitting right over there. And so we thought we could partner together. He wanted to create a subscription, but he didn't want it to be billed monthly. And he wanted to do socks. And the idea that we settled on was doing a sock subscription with all of the socks reflecting some element of like the culture and inside jokes of his channel. And I really enjoyed designing one of the socks. It's based on his contention, I think a correct contention, that there should be a separate amber blinker in addition to the brake light. And you shouldn't just repurpose the brake light to also be the blinker. So I designed a sock that's covered in different rear light assemblies that I created. It was fun, and I worked really hard on it. That's just one of the socks you will get if you sign up for the Technology Connection Sock Club, which you can only do for the next 2 days. So now is the time to do it. I love that he did this. It's an experiment for Good Store. It's been very successful. Lots of people have signed up. They're the same kind of socks as the Awesome Socks Club. That's the only sock I wear. I stand by them. They're great socks. And if you sign up for this, either the 6-month or the 12-month version, you will get a sock every month for those months. It delivered in the mail, and it'll just be like a lovely little thing that you get. Very much like the Awesome Socks Club, except with technology connections in mind. With that being said, now we move on to the connections. Oedipus Rex, fake ID. Freshwater, Sophocles. I'm suspicious of that. Juniper, Seneca. I feel like that's a Greek of some kind. Copy, Slip. Bootleg, Mobile, Shirt, Pain, Dreams, Replica. Well, we've got a copy, a bootleg, a fake, and a replica. I didn't see a fourth Greek, you guys, or Roman. Seneca is Roman, right? But I don't know anything else about Seneca or Sophocles, or for that matter, Oedipus. Is there any other one? Sophocles, Seneca, Oedipus, Juniper? Juniper could be a Roman. Mobile, Pain, Dreams. I have to pee. Why did I start this when I have to pee? I just had a giant iced coffee. I gotta finish this before I pee. And I gotta get purple first. The stress, the pressure. Freud stuff. What's the last one? Pain, Rex. Is it Rex? No, it's not. It can't be. No. Id and Oedipus and Dreams are all Freud stuff. Where's Cigar? Give me, Mom. What's the last Freud thing? God, that feels right to me. Slip, Freshwater, Shirt. A slip and a shirt are both items of clothing. Sophocles, Rex. I mean, it could be. No, I don't think so. Rex. Rex is a dog name, usually. There's also Tyrannosaurus Rex, T-Rex, T-shirt, T-Pain, T-Mobile. Is that the purple? That leaves us with a Freud category, though, which is terrifying. It also leaves us with all of the ancient civilization things like Oedipus and Sophocles and Seneca, which is terrible. That's terrible news for me. So T-Pain, T-Rex, T-Mobile, T-shirt. Great. Love that. Dreams, Id, Oedipus. That would leave us with Sophocles, Seneca, Slip, and Freshwater. That can't be right. So the only ones that are definitely not in either the Rome category or the Freud category, if those are the categories, would be Slip, Freshwater. So those two have to be in the same category unless I'm completely missing something. Wow, what would any connection between those two be? Dreams, man. I'm struggling here. And I have to pee still a lot. All right, I'm going to go for this and see if it's the purple, because at least then I'll have that. It's not. Well, at least I know that. I was right. Well, sometimes you have to pee. Bootleg, replica, fake, and copy. That leaves us with ID and slip. Are like can be like a piece of paper, like your ID or your slip. Seneca, Juniper, Sophocles. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with Oedipus, Seneca, Sophocles, Juniper, and I'm gonna see if this is the category. One away. It is the category. Or what is it? No, wait, it has Juniper in it. What? It has this in it. This has a group of 3, and Juniper is one of the 4. What? Oedipus, Juniper, Seneca, Sophocles, Oedipus. I am baffled right now. All right, well, let's make sure that this is a category. It definitely is. Okay. Juniper has something to do with Freud. Then we've got Freshwater, Sophocles, Seneca. No, because Juniper is in the other category. Slip? Like a Freudian slip. Oh, I could have had that ages ago. God damn it. I don't know what this is. Freshwater, Sophocles, Seneca, and Juniper? Is Sophocles like an ingredient in gin? What is it? What's it gonna be, everybody? Oh, yeah, never would have got that, you guys. Never would have got that. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Share your results. Let Catherine know how terrible I was at that one. Okay, everybody, thank you. Let's be honest. Doesn't mean you can't learn something from the graph. It just means that you shouldn't compare state to state when states are collecting data differently. Okay, bye.